our first disappointment is the way we attacked pressure, but the overall disappointment in the game is the way we didn't rebound and block out the way that we needed to. And that's where you establish the tempo of the game. We knew we'd be pressed. We knew they were going to be aggressive on the glass, and we didn't answer that bell. We knew it was a long game still at that point, but we had our two best defenders at certain times guarding him, which is Victor and Will. So there's no question that he made a couple of really tough shots. Okay, but he got in a rhythm, and the thing that they have is it's very hard to change your defenses when you've got people like Oglesby that can shoot the ball at the rate that he is, and you have White, who can step out away from the rim. I thought Aaron White was one of the harder playing guys. He's been all that way all year, but I thought he really played very aggressive today, and they all did, and they got some putbacks that we just weren't there on the block out. But no, we guarded hard. We didn't always guard as smart, and then he really got hot.
A 19-point hole early, was it just a lack of flow offensively, did you feel?
Well, I don't think we attacked. We just weren't as physical as we needed to be in the sense of overloading, in the sense of attacking the pressure the right way, and we worked. We don't look to attack the middle against the press offense, against the Iowa press. We look for a different area. And it was almost like the ball became a magnet to the middle, and that's not what we wanted to do. So a couple of those things were just brain locks. But again, we just weren't as aggressive early on as we needed to be. And then we didn't really get any flow offensively. And we were aggressive. I mean, we got around the basket and things like that. Some of the bounces didn't go our way. But, I mean, we were there. But, I mean, we gave up costly rebounds. And then at the end, it was as much as the comeback where we were right there. We just didn't guard Gatens as well.
In your two games against Iowa than what you've seen on tape?
No, I don't think he's a good player. I think he'll be a very good player for Iowa. I mean, he already is. I don't think it was that as much as our screening didn't allow it didn't force as much help as needed to be. We still got in the post. We just didn't finish as well, and we didn't take it up and play through the contact sometimes. I mean, we had. I'll give you an example. We had 12 post touches at halftime. We just didn't have the points to show for them. So it wasn't a matter of us not getting it where it needed to be. We just didn't finish and make the next pass sometimes, and find cutters sometimes the way that we needed to. We prepared for the zone. We knew they've been zoning more. I think again it just comes back to we want to overload things as much as possible. We just didn't. We weren't in the right spots a couple of times. We really weren't. And you've got to make shots, okay? But I mean, we wanted to get the ball inside, get it swung. And again, we didn't have great flow because there were a couple of guys that it just wasn't their day, to be on the court in an extended period of time because they just weren't playing as well. But we wanted to get the ball inside, and again, they were very physical around the rim. They did a good job there. I'll have to watch the tape to see if we didn't get it where we wanted it. But we just didn't finish, and that's a tribute to them. They played well, obviously, but we just need to be more aggressive and build on what we've been doing the last couple of weeks. I mean, we've been aggressive all year, and then the last couple of weeks we've been extremely aggressive. But we hit a little inconsistency today, and we got to get that back.
Over the last couple of weeks, you guys weren't
just in attack pressure. Yeah, we were straight-legged. We didn't attack pressure the right way. We didn't look for the opening that we'd worked and prepared for, and that's what, like I said, that's where the disappointing thing is on the day. It'd be different if it was something we hadn't worked towards. But I mean, there's places we attack and there's places that we don't, and we start trying to hit it in areas that we knew they would take away. And we got it adjusted a little bit, but. We just weren't as aggressive in the attack mode that we needed to be against the pressure and against the zone, going back to his question, as we need to be. And those are correctable things because those are things we've been doing. But and again, the finishing wasn't there. We still got to the foul line a pretty good amount. Some of it was late, but again, we just didn't get enough good basketball from enough guys. And when you go on the road, it's different than home. You've got to have, you can withstand a couple guys not playing as well at home, but on the road, no, you're not going to do that. Probably knocked him off his game quite a bit because it just wasn't his day, for the most part. Though he had an even plus minus, at the end when we looked at the plus minus. But yeah, I mean, they look to go at him, and Iowa does a good job of that. They game plan for people, but again, the fouls that hurt him, and we've got to play or sit him extended minutes in a game like this when he's one of our best guys against pressure. That hurts, no question about it. We did not file the scouting report on him, and again, we just the alertness, the awareness, the taking certain things away, the looking to attack in certain areas, we didn't do that. He's a very capable player. I mean, there's no question about that. And he caught the ball too deep, which was a bit of a problem. But we let him get the ball and get turned the way he wants to get turned, and we can't do that. We're not the only one that's come in here and walked away with an L. And I mean, everybody's trying to take care of home court. I think it says what everybody says, top to bottom. It's just an outstanding league. I mean, there's no question about it. That we did not file the scouting report on him. And again, the alertness, the awareness, the taking certain things away, the looking to attack in certain areas, we didn't do that. He's a very capable player. I mean, there's no question about that. And he caught the ball too deep, which was a bit of a problem. But we let him get the ball and get turned the way he wants to get turned, and we can't do that. Oh well, we want to be there on the catch. I mean, there's no doubt about that. We wanted to read the point of the screen, and we overhelped a couple times, which got him going early, and then the threes late in the second half were. I mean, it wasn't like we didn't know he was going to catch it. I mean, it just they set the screens well. We might be a step behind. I think we're going to see a couple of them. We were right there, and he was just in a great flow, a great rhythm. But he's not only one of the better shooters and guards in this league, he's one of the better ones in the country. I mean, that's a 4-year guy that has been doing it at a high level. That's a great guy to walk into a program. You got Matt Gayton sitting there. It's pretty good.